I'd like to welcome you to my little shop of spirit. So today we're doing just a free channel tarot reading. I just let whatever needed to come through. I've already started the reading and we will just pull more cards like as we have questions or feel the need to. So, if you are here, you are going through a change, a mandatory decision. This change is one that you've thus far avoided, and it's probably been avoided from fear of causing disaster in some way. But the irony here of the situation is that the real potential disaster comes in the scenario that you stay stuck in your old ways. So this change that you face at the moment was made possible once certain perspectives were achieved or gained. And these perspectives came about from an imbalance. And I heard at this point in the reading, when I was pulling cards earlier, that you are in this phase taking off rose-colored glasses, or you have already taken off rose-colored glasses. And I also received the song in my mind's eye, La Vie en Rose. The action that you can take in this moment is to just follow your desires. There may be a dynamic here where one was taken advantage of the other or of others. There was harmful overindulgence, but there can be a peaceful resolve to this. You have to choose to surrender ego, communicate, and learn from mistakes that were made. There are two paths forward here. Both are harder before they're better, but one is harder for longer. You are destined to live a life centered around freedom, truth, fun, and self-expression. If you make no changes to the current circumstances here, this is going to be the harder for longer road. This road, if you make no changes, you're likely to experience insensitivity and discouragement from the other party at play here, as well as drained energy and heartbreak. So this is the harder for longer way. The other way is comparable to ripping off a band-aid, and it will also hurt, but it will hurt for less time, and you will more quickly be ushered into this era of abundance that you're overdue for. Some advice from your higher self here is to clear your conscience and turn over a new leaf. Right now, you are shedding people, places, things that you are also at your breaking point from having experienced fear, negativity, and deep unhappiness. It brought you to collapse, this situation, and what I'm seeing in the cards here is it was a situation of betrayal and bad mouthing. Someone or something tried to break you physically, but you have an undefeatable and infinite inner strength. This strength within you whispers what you instinctively desire. And I want to read you the message on this card. It reads, "Strength begins with the choice to be kind to myself." And for confirmation, I'd like to just go over the charms that we pulled here. So, charms for confirmation, we have this Pegasus charm, a bat charm, a cat resting beneath a flower, as well as a fox, and a heart, as well as a leaf. Those are the charms we have for confirmation. So for confirmation, we have the Lovers. Oh, wow. This card reads, "My personal value system leads me to love." And the chakra associated with this card is the heart chakra. So this is a period of major choice if you are here. Okay, you are at a major crossroads, but you know, and it's interesting when I say crossroads, in my mind's eye I get the image of like two arrows crossing. So I feel like, you know, like I said earlier, this is your path. You are ultimately going to get where you are due to go anyways. It's just one of the paths is longer, one of the paths is a bit shorter, you know. So, but, you know, I feel like if you take the rip the band-aid off route, which is, I think, the choice that you're hesitating on, you will actually unblock entirely any blockages that are resting on your heart chakra at the moment. And I just heard Guru Nam. It is a Sanskrit word that means teaching as a principle. It's often chanted before yoga, this article says. It means mentor, guide, expert, or master. It's a moment of devotion in a way that's special and sacred, to place mind within body, grab the breath, plug into your source. You know, I feel like Guru Nam is maybe a reminder here about that inner strength that you hold, that no one, I feel like, you know, it's not that no one didn't see it any before, it's just that perhaps this situation and these people, but this circumstance didn't witness it within you. And so this situation wasn't acknowledging that space within you, and maybe it didn't give you the space for you to acknowledge that within yourself before this time. But at this point you have acknowledged that. It's a cycle that's been closed, this unrecognizing of the self. At this point you are recognizing yourself, you're having self-compassion, you're learning to be courageous, you're learning to be brave. These are qualities that you inherently possess but you were unaware of. And maybe you had felt them before, but you know, you didn't engage them, essentially. So now you're practicing the engagement of courageousness, the engagement of bravery, because, you know, and it's a practice. It's a practice, this engagement. So for final words of encouragement, we get 6 of Cups reversed. So this talks about letting go of the past, focusing on the future, maturing, growing up, and leaving home. So your higher self right now is asking you to just focus on the future. Don't focus on the past. Don't focus on the pain of the past. Focus on your the dreams you have for the days that have yet to come. This is how your transformation will come about, by focusing on the future. Focusing on the future will, I'm just hearing, eradicate the pains of the past. So focus on the future. And this time of recognition of the self from sources outside of the self is to come, but it's due. So patience. But you know, I feel like part of having inner strength is practicing patience. A lot of inner strength is practicing patience. So I feel you are very familiar with this. But we are going to leave this message off here. Bye.